It's the Let's Go Eat and Drink Show with Bill Allred and Jimmy Santangelo. I'm your announcer, Zach Caton, and today's show is live on tape from the Ruin Bar on Main Street, now transformed into Mutiny on Main in downtown Salt Lake City. So pour yourself a brightly colored drink and get ready for some tiki fun. Meet Mikey Edwards and Samson Miller, aficionados of the Tiki Bar. If you're not familiar with the Tiki Bar concept, you will be soon. And you'll probably say to yourself, I want a Mai Tai and I want it now. Now here are Jimmy and Bill with Mikey and Sam and a bottle of rum so potent I can smell it from here.
Are you filming?
Yep.
You're rolling your live DOS?
Hey, sir.
You sure? Double check.
Okay.
Double check.
So
All right.
so we're rolling, and that means Dawson, you can just go to sleep now. Just lay back and we don't have to do anything. Let's see. We have to talk about Beehive Cheese, don't we?
Yes, we are sponsored today by our local Beehive Cheese.
In a league of its own, Utah's Beehive Cheese uplifts modest cheddar to our. It's kind of dim in here. I have a little, but I'll get this. Let me start again.
You look great in this dim light.
I always do look good in dim light.
Everybody looks good in dim light.
Beehive Cheese, take two. In a league of its own, Utah's Beehive Cheese uplifts modest cheddar to artisanal greatness with spirited flavors that spark conversation, producing award-winning cheese that bring friends and family together. Please, our guests, we'll introduce our guests here in a second, but please, if you want to eat some cheese now, you can. Beehives, and it'll start conversation, I'm sure. Beehive Cheese earned the first place award at the 2024 International Cheese Dairy Awards for Best Cheese in the United States and took home silver at the World Cheese Awards 2023, as well as earning the Slow Food Snail of Approval late 2022. Do either of our guests know what the slow snail seal of approval is?
Take it, Sam. That's all you, bud.
You know, slow food snail of approval. Any idea?
Sustainable, right?
Yeah.
Sustainable.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. B certified, B Corp certified, and designated a business that meets high standards of verified performance, accountability, and transparency on factors from employee benefits, charitable giving, and all of that kind of thing. We probably better not let the current administration know about that.
Yeah, they might cancel.
Beehive Cheese.
Beehive, it is the best. Utah's Beehive Cheese. Now we're going to introduce our guests here. We're sitting in a bar called The Ruin on Main Street in Salt Lake at 159.
159 South Main Street.
Yeah, so South Main Street. And we're sitting here with Mikey Edwards and Sam Miller. But these guys don't own The Ruin.
Correct.
You guys do not own the bar, The Ruin. I'm not quite sure what this concept is. Can you, let's just get into it.
And I love when you guys said the word residence. You're having residents here. That was kind of cool. And before you jump into that, Bill, super fun. I brought for Caden's head because once we get started, Sam and I were talking about it. I go to Scotland every year. I take people on a tour guide. And let's see what I brought here for us. This is the Caribbean rum. This is a blend. It's low proof. It's 61.9% alcohol by volume.
120 something.
Holy kielbasa. All right. With that, I'm going to pop this. We'll pour. Go ahead.
So we're going to have the rum. Anyway, let's go. Explain the concept to me, if you would, please. You guys don't own The Ruin, but you're squatting here.
Correct.
Is that it?
That is right.
Well, how does that happen?
We are professional squatters.
This is Sam speaking, by the way. Sam Miller, right?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm Sam Miller. So Mikey and I started a bar a couple years ago called Acme Bar Company over in Sugar House.
To Acme.
Hey.
And to new adventures.
To over 100 proof rum. Nobody light a cigarette. Yeah. So you had Acme Bar Company.
Correct. We decided to do a full renovation of Acme Bar. Closed about a year ago. And while we were closed...
Due to construction, essentially.
Yeah, that's been a mess over there.
Sugar House has been a nightmare. if there was ever time to close your bar in Sugar House, it was this last year.
Yeah.
But while our bar was closed, in an effort to keep the brand alive, keep our team employed, we contacted our friends Amy and Retta, who do own the Ruin.
And they used to have the Ruin in Sugar House,
Correct.
over there.
And we asked them if we could come and do a pop-up or a residency here at the Ruin, bring our team, bring our chef, our programming, special menus, events. So we launched here in December for our Christmas pop-up called Seasons Drinking, which has been a hit around Salt Lake City for the last few years. And then Seasons Drinking went so well that they asked us to stick around. So we have been here since December, and our residency actually is coming to an end at the end of this month.
Are you going back to Acme and Sugar House?
You want me to take that one?
Loaded question.
Go ahead, Mikey.
We're in the midst of design and permit process. So yeah, we're gonna go back to that spot, but we're not quite sure when it's gonna open yet.
You can call it permit hell if you'd like.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, I don't know it intimately, but I hear stories about
It's tricky.
the kind of shit you have to.
Yes, it's
deal
been
with.
one of the most challenging processes that I think either of us have ever been a part of.
And it's not just DABS permitting. This is just everything else.
City permitting and
City permitting.
building inspectors and all of that kind of. So tell and now you. So what is the name of it on the outside here? It's the Ruin in little letters, but what the big letters there? What is that?
Mutiny on Main.
Mutiny on Main.
Yes.
And people have found you and enjoyed it.
They have, and this name, Mikey and I, when we first met, we knew we wanted to open a bar, but didn't have any money.
Well, good.
So we started just throwing parties or pop-ups, if you will. And one of our first events, or I guess our second event we ever threw together, was here at the Ruin about 3 years ago, and we called it Mutiny on Main. And it was one hell of a party. And so we kind of thought, hey, let's go back to our roots when we were first here and give our residency the same name.
Let me get a little background on you guys. And Sam, since you've been sort of talking first, and tell me, where are you from? What's your story?
Yeah, I was born in Los Angeles, California. Moved to Utah when I was 5 years old. My mom did her master's up in Logan at Utah State. So grew up in Logan, went to middle school.
Pastoral place up there.
Yes. As a young man, I absolutely hated it. Now I can appreciate it a lot more. But went to high school there, college here in Salt Lake. And then that's when I started bartending through college. Fell in love with it. Worked in hospitality my whole life. And yeah, that kind of took me on a journey around the country.
What did you study in college?
Political science and history.
You and Retta get along fine, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely.
Retta, the one of the actual owners of this bar, the Ruin. He's quite an astute political observer.
He is.
And then how about you?
Where I'm from? Is that the question?
Yeah, sure. You just hear a little bit of your background story,
gosh.
Mikey.
I was also born in Logan. Actually. No, I'm joking. Me and Sam are twins.
Yeah.
It's that Arnold Schwarzenegger, Dan DeVito movie. You see that one? No, I was born in a small town called Songkhla in the country of Thailand.
Called what?
Songkhla.
Thongkla. Okay.
Yeah. So I was born there. Grew up there as a kid. We moved around a bunch, and
Let me guess. Your dad was in the military.
good. That's a good guess.
And fathered a child in Thongkla, and that was you.
That's right. Yeah, that's about right.
Is that close?
No, they weren't military. They were just weirdos, hippies.
Oh,
hippie
real? Oh,
weirdos.
good. That's even better.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Hippie weirdos are better than
That's
military.
that's way
Can I
better.
say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were like, we're surfing, dude, and we take our little boy along. Mikey, come on.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. Me and my dozen siblings, we were all born out there, and we moved back to the States. Gosh, I don't remember how old I was. I lived in Chicago, then the San Gabriel Valley near Los Angeles. I got out as soon as I could, about 18, moved to New York, went to college, moved to Sweden, then moved to France, where I started bartending. Sorry, I'm here. And yeah, while Sam was in San Fran, I was in Paris, France. We were living parallel lives in different cities.
Didn't know each other.
No, didn't know each other.
Never met.
Yeah, and I knew his project in San Fran. He knew my project in Paris. And when we moved here around the same time, we kind of linked up, and it was like minds, and we said we can be enemies or friends, and I think friends was the good choice. I don't know yet, actually. Maybe we should be enemies.
How long have you guys been sort of partners?
There's still time.
Yeah, there's still time.
Sure, partners.
Day ain't over yet.
Good God, partners shoot each other at some point, don't they?
About 3 years we've been
Since I moved here,
doing this.
yeah, pretty quick.
Mikey, what did you study in college?
I studied philosophy and music. So yeah, the most useless combination of degrees.
I applaud you. You know, I was a theater major and went to graduate school in theater major. So pretty useless. Although I ended up in a career here on radio where I use a lot of the same skills. But so why? What attracted you to bartending?
I think
Sam, okay.
I grew up working in restaurants. Started in the back of house when I was.
Did you work at the Bluebird Cafe?
I didn't work at Bluebird.
How about the White Owl?
No, I unfortunately never got a chance to work at the Owl. Although
it's a
love
pretty
that
cool
bar.
place. Yeah,
love that bar.
It's a cool place up in Logan. And there used to be a place up there, the Cactus Club. Was that around when you?
Barely.
Yeah.
But yes.
I used to go there every once in a while too.
Try to sneak in when you could.
It was in a basement, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, I spent one really horrible night there.
Yeah.
The Cactus Club. They should have called it the Agave.
Oh, yeah.
The Pina.
So you worked
The
in
Pina.
restaurants just to get yourself through school and all that?
And as a kid, always looking at the bar and seeing the bartenders were always the cool guys, right? They were having the most fun. They were hosting the party. And so I always kind of had that in my mind of I want to be a bartender. And then once I started doing it, I fell in love with everything, connection with people, taking people on that journey and experience, and quickly realized that I didn't want to go to graduate school and that bartending was a great profession, and I'm going to keep doing it.
How about you?
Not quite the same. I started bartending in Paris. Well, I did it so that I could learn French. My French was terrible.
Makes sense.
So I was playing water polo in the league out there, but my French was crap. So can I cuss on this, by the way? How many F words?
Sure.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Give him an example, Bill. What can?
Fuck yes.
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, good. Yeah, I feel stifled. Ooh, there's them drops, dude.
I told you to go to sleep. Okay.
What's the record
With
for
that
most?
rum, he'll be asleep in no time. There's got to be some Jamaican in here,
It
no?
tastes like Barbados.
Barbados,
Yeah, like
that little round flavor.
Kind of spicy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nutty, yeah.
The first sip of this rum, and again, this is what is it called, Jimmy? And we'll get back to Mikey's story. But,
This is by a blender, Caden Heads, and this is one of your favorite ones. You have like Rude Brothers, Rudd and Brothers, things like that. Those, all of them.
It's
Independent bottlers.
the first sip of it. You go, oh, I don't know if I can take this. It's
hot.
It's hot. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah.
And then the second sip, you go, well,
There's some
sort of relaxing in there, and
It airs out nice too, yeah. Once the kind of ethanol burn cuts
Oh,
out.
maybe that. Yeah, that's
it's softening as it lingers. Yeah.
I would not have thought of that, but that's a professional bartender.
like
So
that? You like that?
yeah, I did. So you started bartending and
I was to pick up. I couldn't speak French. I couldn't talk to any girls in French. What was I going to do? So I started bouncing at a nightclub, and I lied like most people do. I lied on my resume. I said, "Yeah, I know how to bartend." So I got behind the bar and I faked it till I maked it.
Yep.
Is that how you say it? Yeah. Right.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what they say.
And I just picked stuff up and I read all the books, and then I met a really good friend of mine now named Scott Shooter, and we get in these crazy nights. And one night he's just like, I'm opening a tiki bar. I was like, I want to do that with you. So we did together, opened Dirty Dick in Paris, France. And that was kind of my main, they say cut your teeth. That's where I cut my teeth.
that's a pretty bold move. A foreigner opening a bar in Paris. Was it in Paris?
Yeah, I was in Paris, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's a brave move, I think.
It's an amazing bar. They just celebrated
Still open, huh?
Still open 12 years, yeah.
12-year anniversary.
Dirty
Yeah,
Dicks.
shout out to Dirty Dick, yes.
Didn't he visit the market about?
He was here, yeah. We
remember
brought him in last year
Yeah.
to get into some trouble.
At
That was
Acme.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
We had him judge a cocktail competition. We did a Mai
nice.
Tai competition, and then had him do a guest shift with us at Acme Bar.
Oh my god!
Now it's not the same Dirty Dicks. There was a Dirty Dicks in Las Vegas.
Different.
There's a Dirty Dick in most big cities, and they're different. It's kind of they're either.
I bet you there's a Dirty Dick in this room right now. But
Funny how it spreads.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Now, just a little side story here. I, too, was in the bar business briefly. Between my acting career and my radio career, I went back home to Ogden, Utah, and started working in a bar that a friend of mine owned. He actually had two bars, and they were pretty rough places, biker bars, beer bars in Ogden. And it was the disco era, and I managed the bars, and I played the disco music on the DJ stand. And I can't say I hated every minute of being in a bar that much, but I realized it was too dangerous a life for me.
Yeah.
Because I find myself at 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning still sitting in the bar with my mates, my coworkers, rounding out the day and the evening, and then going home and sleeping and getting back up and coming in at 5 and 6
doing it all over
and
again.
doing it again. I thought, this is a tough life. It will spit me out, chew me up and spit me out. Can I ask you how you deal with that kind of thing? Being in the bar business, it should be tough.
I think your story is very similar to a lot of bartender stories, and you kind of go two paths. You either go down the dark path and drink too much, and it leads to a lot of problems. And I think because of that, we now have a really big sobriety movement within the industry.
Really?
And we're seeing
is there a union or association or something? Or
not really. There are some small groups. There's a group called Focus on Health that has really bartender-led advocacy group that's really focusing on sobriety within the industry, showing people you can still party and have fun and be sober. There's also a project out of San Francisco called the PIN Project, which offers a pin that you can wear while you're working is a nonverbal cue that you're not drinking for the night. So no one needs to offer you a shot. You don't even need to have the conversation. If the pin's on, your team knows you don't need a drink.
Yeah.
So we're seeing more and more things like this, and the growth of the NA spirits category. We're seeing some really quality NA products being offered now, like Drink Pathfinder.
Non-alcoholic,
Amaros, and beverages that still have complexity and depth and still feel like you're having a drink, even though they are alcohol-free.
Yeah, it's. I just remember the sad times I had to send bartenders home.
Oh yes.
And then I had to work behind the bar, which was not good because I didn't. Really, all you had to do was pretty much pull beers, but it was not my thing at all. So that's good. Now let's talk about Mutiny on Main. And what you do here and what you offer people and what the whole program is like. You said something about a chef and a menu?
Correct.
What you have a chef and you serve food here? What's going on?
Yeah,
What's that?
So what we kind of planned to do was put a kind of proxy version of what our main bar concept is going to be in the space. So we brought our bartenders in. We got Kyle, Trader Licks, Max Field. We got Max, Donnie Troutmouth. We got our top bartenders in here, and
I'll take your word for that.
No, they're wonderful guys and gals. We got Liza here too, and Cole obviously. But we brought them all in to kind of do a representation of what our final concept's going to be in the ruin space.
And what's the final concept name?
It'll be called Remora Bar. Remora, yeah.
So that's what you are planning on opening when you get through all the bullshit of permits.
The entity formerly known as Acme Bar will become Remora Bar. So
And what does remora mean?
Remora is like a fish.
Remora is a fish. Yeah, correct.
It's is it like it's like it'll latch onto you and not let go, right?
Well, yeah, there's archaeological records of a giant two-headed suckerfish that actually it patrolled Lake Bonneville way back in the dinosaur era. So we're basing our kind of some of our motifs off of that. Not many people know this. Yeah,
where do you find remora these days?
Like Florida.
Yeah. Atlantic Ocean. They're most famous for attaching themselves to sharks. And you always, when you're watching Shark Week and you see a great white and it's got a bunch of fish on its belly, those are all
and they've
remoras.
got a lot of teeth and they just latch on and keep sucking.
They have suckers on top of their head. So their mouths are actually below, and so they eat while they're attached to the shark, and it's a free ride around the ocean for them.
Yeah, remoras. I don't know how you can incorporate that into.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We our bar is a modern tropical immersive cocktail bar, which essentially means it's a new version of tiki. We're taking a new lens and looking at a classic tiki bar through this modern lens.
What's that famous tiki bar? I was in it in Hollywood.
Trader Vic's.
Trader Vic's.
Yeah.
It's in the Hollywood Hotel, I think.
It's no longer there.
Unfortunately, it was a remarkable experience, though. I have to say, it was just like, and maybe this is what you're trying to do in a way. you stepped into Trader Vic's. I think we were staying at the Hollywood Hotel. Go into Trader Vic's and you go, I'm now in a different world.
Exactly.
It was pretty cool.
The term that we like to use is escapism, right? You step through our doors, and for an hour, 2 hours, however long you spend with us, you are transported to a tropical paradise. You forget about the problems going on in the world. You have a moment to relax and enjoy yourself, even if you can't make it to Jamaica or Hawaii.
Or Thailand.
So no Wi-Fi service. Nobody can check their phone. Nobody
We'll put some signal blockers in there. I always joked we're going to release some mosquitoes as well. Really gives you the full experience.
You might come away with yellow fever.
Keep it nice and moist. Oh, good drink name.
The yellow. I'd like a yellow fever, please. And
We can get yellow chartreuse in
You
the
could
market.
have little plastic mosquitoes sitting on the edge of the glass.
That's right.
What kind of food do you manage to do here?
So we kind of focus on Latin and Caribbean cuisine. The classic tiki bar fare has always been American Cantonese food. But we kind of wanted to take a different approach, and we thought, what better than to use the food from the places where the rum is coming from. So we kind of think of it as equatorial or tropical cuisine that lends itself very well to rum cocktails.
And to talk about the cocktails you guys do.
Oh, wow. Yeah, well, we lean heavy on tropical drinks, so if it's on the classic tiki menu, you'll see it here.
Lots of pineapple juice, lots of coconut.
Fresh squeezed always.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be fresh.
Good for you.
Our basic motto, and this is just something that's standardized for us, is our best drink's only as good as the worst thing we put in it. So from the bottom up, it's fresh. We don't use we cut any corners with any of the juices, any of the
House-made
components.
syrups, ingredients.
And the rest is simple. The recipes are easy to execute if the components from the bottom up are good, right? It's a simple thing. Not many people do it.
It takes a few minutes to make a cocktail like that, though. I mean, it's not your bartender's not just whipping them out like, you know.
Yeah, we kind of have to design our menu in a way that it is an efficient thing to make, because there's so many ingredients that go into these drinks. 5-step garnishes. Some points we do fire shows on top of cocktails.
A bit of theatrics comes in. You can't make them
really?
all that way.
Correct.
Yeah.
You light them on fire?
Yeah,
lot of
that's
lot of
one
cinnamon
our,
in
one
this
of our
place.
calling cards is throwing giant fireballs in the sky.
Now, somebody told me this, and I don't think I don't remember if I had it or somebody just told me about it. A fiery drink called an afterburner, which is and it's not a.
Didn't you invent that drink earlier?
It's not a Tahitian or a tiki cocktail at all. And I don't remember exactly what's in it. But the bartender lights the glass on fire, and the idea is that you. If you can, you throw the drink down, put it down, and it's still on fire.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's called an afterburner.
I tried that, but my eyebrows just grew back, so I'm not going to do it anymore.
How many different cocktails do you offer?
Well, on the menu, we have about 12, but there's an entire lexicon of tiki classics that we train our staff to be able to make. So while you may not see all of those in print, we hope that you can come in and ask for any.
So people who know tiki
obscure
stuff,
tiki
like what?
beverage.
Like what? A zombie?
Well,
Is
so
that
the class? We have a zombie and a mai tai on our menu, and some of the other tiki classics. But then there's some more deep cuts. Missionary Downfall, which is one of
Sidewinder's fame.
Sidewinder's
I've heard of
fame.
that one.
Yes, a Fog Cutter, another Trader Vic classic from Oakland. So there's this whole movement, a mid-century movement that started in the 30s and went almost into the 70s, where you saw, starting with Don the Beachcomber in L.A., and then replicated worldwide. So through that mid-century era, there's been, tens of hundreds, thousands maybe of even tiki cocktails that have been made.
Any way you can do punches, because that's real popular in the tiki culture. 2 to 4 for 2 to 4 people.
Not yet. Not
Not
Utah.
yet.
No.
It's very challenging to operate a tiki bar here in the state of Utah. It doesn't allow us to do large format drinks, which is one of the highlights, I think, of
That
a
would-
tiki
that
bar.
Aren't
would
there
be the
like
punch
pictures
bowl.
of margaritas though in some places?
It's interesting.
Or is that a falsehood?
Yeah, and it all comes down to how much base spirit you're putting in something.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think there is a way to do it, especially with the newest legislation that has just passed this last month. So we need to kind of flesh out the rules and regulations of all of the new updates to the
Yeah.
law. I think we will be able to do
So no more than 2.5 primary, and then
Correct. Well, they changed the liquor laws now in the most recent session to say that you can now blend things together as long as the ABV stays at a certain percentage.
oh, nice.
So we'll see how that translates once we kind of get some more information about it.
I had to tell Jimmy stop.
But we do.
I get that a lot.
We do. Plan, we do plan on having some sort of communal offering.
Yeah.
at Remora.
Nice.
Do you do entertainment as well here?
Yes,
Okay.
music, DJs. I'm a big karaoke guy, so whenever Mikey lets me, I try and sneak a karaoke night in there.
He loves singing Morrissey songs. He freaking loves it.
Morrissey songs would just go great at a tiki bar.
Right?
Classic.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't do karaoke. I just can't. I can't stand the thought of myself singing because I know how bad I am. Do you recall the first cocktail you ever made?
Was it
Yes.
at Silver?
I mean, I guess technically the first cocktail I made, I was a young man in a garage.
Of legal drinking age.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, I think you would call it a suicide. And it was just a combination of every single thing that we could possibly find put into an Nalgene bottle. I think that was my first cocktail.
We call those garbage cans.
Yeah.
We throw a scoop of ice cream in it, vanilla.
My
Full bar gym style.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you, Mikey?
My first drink was actually a tiki drink. It was called Jungle Juice. You ever heard of this?
Yes.
Yes, I have. I'm not quite sure.
Did you make it in a bathtub?
Yeah, it was a vessel, a large vessel.
A large vessel.
Share format, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is it's great that you guys are obviously so enthusiastic about what you do, and when the Remora, it's going to be called the Remora Bar,
Remora.
or it's be called Remora. And do you know where it's going to be yet?
It's classified information.
Okay, you know, but you
we do
won't
know.
say. Okay,
We just don't want to jinx anything.
so you've got a location and you're working on it.
100%.
Because I would really love to see it. You guys be successful with that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you make great partners, and you do. You're just you seem to mesh together really nicely.
Let me throw a philosophical question out there, leaning into your studies as well as your observation, Sam. You guys are so smart. You know, being in the industry for a minute, seeing where the landscape of bar, but more hospitality in bar, where do you see the future going in bars?
In general or in Utah in particular?
No, in general, I think, because Utah kind of gets a shadow of it.
Yeah. I've always thought that bars are like kind of the last refuge for real work. With you have AI and stuff. Things are getting kind of weird. People will always need a place to corroborate and enjoy each other's company. I hope.
Yeah. It's always going to be a craft.
Yeah, COVID was the first time when I felt that principle get challenged in a really big way. But I think now, people are always going to need a place to hang out, whether they're drinking or not. Sam mentioned the NA movement.
Yeah.
They still want to be around each other and enjoy a company.
Yeah, it's still going to be a craft, isn't it?
Yeah. I think genuine human connection is something that we kind of got away from during COVID, and now people are coming back to and see the value of spending time with humans around you.
The one thing that makes that tough in Utah is compared to other places that I've lived, and I grew up here and I know what it's all about, but I went to live in other states and other cities and realized that there were neighborhood bars. And you don't really have that here.
Yes.
A little bit, you've started to get a few little neighborhood restaurants, and they have alcohol available, but it's not a neighborhood bar.
Yeah.
Where you walk a couple of blocks from your house, and you go there, and you meet your mates and the people who live in your neighborhood, and you chat and have fun. And
Yeah. I think on a very small scale, we're starting to see that here.
A little bit.
But definitely not like some of the major cities. And I also think that is a product of the sprawl of Salt Lake Valley.
Yeah, the density of population is encroaching on the bars that were put afar from the neighborhood. Now is in the neighborhood. Yeah. Due to growth. To your point.
Yeah.
The
You
sprawl.
have a bar like say Water Witch, which is kind of our favorite bar, and they've kind of created their own ecosystem down there in their own neighborhood, right?
is that down in 9th and
The Granary.
Central 9th, And that's the closest thing to a neighborhood bar that I've felt in Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was just amazed when I went. I went up to Seattle to visit my sister-in-law for the first time, and she's in I forget the name of the neighborhood now. Anyway, like Renton no, not Renton. It was anyway. But there was a bar like 3 blocks from her house, and she said, "Let's go down to the such and such, and we'll have a hamburger and have a couple of drinks."
That's what it's like in Buffalo. I go visit my buddy in downtown in Elmwood, and he's like, "Yeah, let's go. This one's closed. Son of a gun. We got to walk another 2 blocks. Sorry."
Yeah.
So I just wish you nothing but success. It's going to be called Remora. Right now you can come to the Ruin, which the big sign on it says Mutiny on Main Street, Mutiny on Main, and it's 159 South Main Street in Salt Lake, and open all the time?
Tuesday through Saturday from 4 p.m. till Tuesday through Thursday, we're open till 11. Friday and Saturday, we're open till 1.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, a day of rest because you guys need to go to church.
The Sabbath.
Yeah, you guys have to go to church, right? So do that, please. It's been a pleasure to talk with you guys, Mikey Edwards and Sam Miller. I'd like to talk to you even more and more. I mean, I'd love to talk to you for a long time about what it's like growing up, being dragged around the world by hippie parents.
He's the biggest Thai man you will ever see in your life.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I don't blame you. Did you ever go back?
I haven't been where we grew up. The town was, or the neighborhood, I guess, it was wiped out in that tsunami in 2010. So the old home we lived in is gone. So there's no callback.
Do you watch White Lotus?
I haven't watched the new season. No, I need to start watching. I know. I hear it's real good.
It's Thailand, man.
Yeah.
And I think you'll. I mean, I don't know, but I'd be interested to talk to you about the accuracies you see there.
It's next on my list after I finish eating all this cheese.
And is your mother still here?
Yeah, my parents live up in Logan.
Still live in Logan. What did your mother get her degree in up there?
Technical writing. She got her master's.
So she can write instruction manuals.
Yeah, she focused on grants, scholarships. She worked for universities for a lot of years, and then finished her career working for OSHA, writing technical documents for OSHA.
Here, let's see if we can make this explicable to the normal person rather than government speak.
Yeah.
It's just been great to meet you guys. You are in the right field too, I can tell.
It feels like it.
Yeah.
For better or worse. This is what we're doing.
Jimmy, splash of news, do you have?
Yes, we do. What we like to do is read some fun and interesting. Well, today we've got in weird beverage news. Okay, I got 3 brief stories. Ever hear of reindeer antler whiskey? We have now sipped slowly on traditional Thai whiskey made from the rice grain and infused with medicinal herbs, ginseng root, and real reindeer antlers. After fermenting for several months in a clay pot, the whiskey is filtered and bottled, said to improve well-being and bring you to a higher social status.
You know what? It won't.
It won't. The spirit has an earthy finish, a woody aroma, and it is tamest to drink on this list.
I mean, maybe it will because it's whiskey, but other than that, the reindeer horn has nothing to do with it.
Not going to do anything for you.
No.
Here's one. Seagull wine. Seagull wine. That's our
Utah?
state bird. Yeah. What do you get when you take a dead seagull and stuff it with a hole?
I don't know, Jimmy. What do you get?
Hole into a bottle of water?
I don't know. What do you get?
Drunk. Seagull wine is said to be invented by the Inuits and is a little tricky to find outside the frozen north. And even then, it isn't something found in many liquor stores. Left to ferment in the sun, the drink hardly goes down smooth. However, what it lacks in taste, it more than makes up for in potency, and it offers a truly spectacular hangover.
Wait a minute. It makes up for in potent.
The
Not
smoothness.
In,
I
thought
potent.
You said it would make you impotent. But.
No, yeah.
Fermented booze in a seagull. That's
Yeah.
Is this real? This is not real.
Yeah, this.
What is this?
It might be.
And you call yourself a traveled man.
You've seen that cheese that's got maggots in it, worms in it.
So here's one that I thought was interesting. So tarantula venom cocktail. Okay.
I've heard of this.
This particular cocktail took 5 days of experimental mixology to perfect because it contains what would be a dangerous ingredient if served improperly, tarantula venom. The Aragog in Mexico City is made with Mexican mezcal, Chilean pisco, Brazilian cachaça, mango juice, and a touch of lemon. If the 3 different kinds of alcohol wasn't enough for you to give you a buzz, the tiny drop of tarantula venom will make your lips tingle, your tongue go numb, and your throat tickle. With a doctor's consultation and a partnership with laboratories supplying pure tarantula venom, the drink is safe to consume, but only for the hardy or foolhardy.
Yeah. Dare food.
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
And that's your
Sounds good.
How much do you
Splash
think
the news.
pure tarantula venom costs per ounce?
I don't know. And where do you get it?
to be
Yeah.
safely consumed.
You get it on the dark web, I'm sure.
Oh, yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the show. I want to thank all of you for, I don't know what camera we're on or hi, all of you. Listen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching if you want to do that. If you have any comments or questions or you want to yell at me for anything, you can go to the Let's Go Eat Show at gmail.com and do it there. If you have any show suggestions, please put them there as well, or put them where the sun don't shine. I don't care. Also, thank you, Dawson, for producing the show, Dawson Dow. Thanks to my partner, Jimmy Santangelo. Thanks for our guests. Thanks for being here at the Ruin Mutiny on Main. We have Mikey and Sam. Thanks, you guys. Really great,
thanks for
great
having
talking
us,
to you.
guys.
To Remora.
I can tell you are in the right. You are in the right profession. That's it, my friends. I have only this left to say. That's the Let's Go Eat and Drink show. I'm Bill Allred, and remember, when you're pouring drinks, always make mine a double.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of the Let's Go Eat and Drink show with Jimmy Santangelo and Bill Allred. You can contact Jimmy at www.thewineacademyofutah.com. As for Bill Allred, it might be best to just leave him alone. Comments, questions, or angry complaints to the management should be directed to the Let's Go Eat Show at gmail.com. The Let's Go Eat and Drink show is produced by Dawson Dow. Our theme music was composed and recorded by Doug Wild. Recording facilities as needed are by the Visit Salt Lake Media Center at www.visitsaltlake.com. The show is a Double Plus production. This is your announcer, Zach Caton, saying, now I kind of want one of those big fishbowl drinks with the gummy sharks in it.